Hello YouTubers, this is Tudagamon. In this video I'm going to benchmark Overwatch, a new game from Blizzard, on a single Radeon 7950. This is a digital recording as always, which is done on an external recorder. So what you will see in this video will be pure performance. It is a benchmark after all, you cannot use software for that. As you can see, the system is idling right now, so it has nothing to do with the recording itself. I'm using a Core i7-860 running at 4 GHz, 8 GB of memory, and the graphics card is a Radeon 7950 running at 1.1 GHz, latest Crimson driver. I'm going to use fraps to gather frame rate data, and we will see the result in this file. Let me clear my history here and let's launch the game. Okay, the game has loaded. I have a loot box. I don't want to try it now. 1080p resolution, epic preset, unlimited frames per second. The only difference with my GTX 970 video is that I had to use borderless windowed display mode because otherwise the recording breaks. There is something weird going on with my Radeon cards and my Elgato. In any case, the game runs exactly the same. There is no problem at all. So let's see how the performance is on the 7950.
Traveling to Molskaya Industries. Prepare your defenses.
Justice ain't gonna dispense itself.
Starting the benchmark.
A moment to enjoy some peace and quiet. Probably just a moment, though.
Attackers incoming in 30 seconds.
Ho ho ho! Now this is my kind of factory. I have big plans for you.
I ain't much for waiting around.
Show them what you can do.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Attackers incoming. Defend objective A.
Back in
Team
the saddle
kill.
again.
Armor up! Armor over here. Come get your armor. Armor, come get it.
Thank you.
Armor here. Come get your armor.
Triple.
Armor, come get it.
Team kill.
Armor over here.
Thank you.
Armor here. Let's hear those guns.
Self-destruct sequence. Enemy down.
Team kill.
All systems checked out. I'm back in the fight.
That my stamp of approval. If you want something done right, do it yourself. Ha! No, that's what I had in mind.
I've got you in my sights.
Whoa there.
Armor over here. Come get your armor. Armor up.
Pass into the iris.
Enemy taking the point. Time to show my skill. Get owned.
Armor over here. Armor here. Just look at you. Come get your armor.
Suiting up. Game on.
Taking the
60
point.
seconds remaining.
Masterpiece. Armor here. Let's do this.
Activating self-destruct.
Being destroyed. No, that's what I had in mind.
30 seconds remaining.
Mecha activated.
Come get your armor.
I'm back in the fight.
Ten seconds
We
remaining.
got this. Don't let us down.
Victory.
Okay, not a great fight, but
Play
it's an
of
online game, very little control. The frame rate result was 63 frames per second, very good result, lower than the GTX 970 of course, but still absolutely playable. Frame rate and frame times graph from MSI Afterburner. Good frame rate, good frame times, GPU usage at maximum throughout. CPU temps are very good considering the overclock, but the CPU usage was not very high anyway. The game is quite well threaded and quite light for the CPU. .7 GB of system RAM used. GPU temps at 66 degrees. 1.1 GHz for the core clock and 2 GB of video RAM used, consistent with my GTX 970 measurement. And let's see what FLA calculator has to show. I need this file. At first glance, we see that the real frame rate was at 55 frames per second, according to the frame times, that is, and the analysis this program does. Let's see the frame rate graph again. Mostly at 60 frames per second and above. Very good. Frame times chart. The average is at 15.92. The comparable is at 18.03. And the time spent for the frame times below 16.7 milliseconds. We see that we have the vast majority of the frame times being very fast, so the game was really smooth, but there are some spikes above the 16 millisecond mark. Not too bad though. The game was very smooth, very little stuttering and very little variability between frame times. The average was 15.92, the comparable was at 18 milliseconds. Not too bad, quite decent performance. The game seems to be very well written. No lags, it is very smooth, at least in my two systems that I have tested. In any case, I hope you find this video, the GTX 970 video, informative. Thank you very much for watching. Take care.